Hi, I'm Maureen Pound, business coach and communication expert. On today's episode of Communicate for Success, we're going to be looking at a great tool that you could use to help you make more sales in your business. This is a fantastic communication tool. Often you are having sales conversations and they don't really go as planned and you don't get a sale. This is a great tool to keep you focused so you know you're talking about the right thing at the right time to support the person who you're talking with to actually purchase from you. So let's take a look, shall we? It's called the Communication Focus Pyramid. Now, in any conversation, a sales conversation or any conversation in fact, there are 3 areas of focus. You can focus at the top, the vision and planning, or at the detail, or down the bottom at the problem and drama. Now, there's a reason why the problem and drama section is so big, is because that's where we spend actually a lot of our time. And the mistake that a lot of people make in their business when they're trying to make sales is they overlook this section and they really move too quickly to focus on the vision and planning or the detail. Now, I'm going to explain this further with a little story for you. So about 8.5 years ago, I was pregnant with my first child, and I drove a little sports car at that time. And although I loved the sports car, it wasn't really suitable for a newborn baby. So I decided that I needed to go and buy a new car. So I went into the first car dealership, and I went in clearly pregnant, about 6 months pregnant. And the sales guy said to me, I said, oh yes, look, I'm pregnant and I'm having, obviously I've got the sports car out here. I need to buy more of a family car. And then his response was, what sort of car do you want? So where he was heading with this was actually right into this section, the middle section of the detail. This is not a good place to start a sales conversation, because do you know what I said? I don't know. And I actually got a bit frustrated because I didn't know, and we didn't know where to go from here. So I chatted to him for a little bit, but I felt a bit annoyed. I felt like he wasn't helping me, even though I didn't know why he wasn't, but I just wasn't getting clearer to getting the car that I really wanted. So I left that car dealership and then I went next door. I walked in there, again, heavily pregnant with the sports car parked out the front, and said, look, to the guy, I'm really pregnant at the moment and I can't have my sports car. I'm looking, for a new car. And he engaged with me about, having the baby, and yes, certainly wouldn't be able to put a car seat in the front of that car. So what were we doing here? We're engaging in the problem and drama. So this is a really great place to start with people in the sales process. They've obviously come to you because they've got a problem. Now, they want a solution, but they want to spend a little time in the problem so they know that you really get them. So it's really important to stay with them there in the problem for a little while. So he engaged with me about my problem of needing this a different car. His next question was a really good one, and it was something like, what would you like to really get out of a car? And that sort of question, or what's important to you in the new car. Those sorts of questions, what you'd like to get out of it, what's important to you, are really great questions that bring you up to the top of that pyramid, which is the vision and planning. So I've gone from the problem down here, of feeling a bit stuck, to being shown the way to get clarity about what outcome I like. So it's a really great outcome or benefits question. So I said, well, I want a car that is safe and quite roomy. Pretty simple. And then this, it was like, oh great, I just want a safe, roomy car. So then he could take me from that planning and vision into the middle of the detail. So after I was clear about what I wanted and what outcome I wanted from the car, what benefits I wanted from the car, then we could move down into the detail. So then we went for a bit of a walk and had a look at all the safe and roomy cars within the showroom. And in true Maureen style, he said, do you want a test drive? I said, no, that's fine. That looks safe and roomy. That's what I wanted out of the car. And he made a very easy sale. Whereas the guy next door, who didn't use this process, left me feeling frustrated and like I was getting nowhere. So here's a great tool to remember to use in your sales conversations. So just to recap, people will come to you because they have a problem that they want solved. So sit with them in the problem for a while. Then ask them a great vision and planning or outcome question, like what's the most important thing around the new hairstyle you'd like, or the new car that you'd like, or your website. And then once they're really clear about that, it helps them get clarity as well. Then you can move in and say, okay, and get more into the detail of the features of exactly what they'd like. So I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Please feel free to use this tool in your sales conversations to help you be more successful and grow your business. For other great tools and blogs, you can find me, Maureen Pound, at maureenpound.com. Look forward to seeing you soon.